Luis Sandoval, FightHype.
Who's this with?
FightHype. Floyd fight, yeah.
Okay.
Here with Jim Gray. First of all, have you ever seen anything as big as this? I know it's pitched as the biggest fight we've ever seen in boxing, but what do you think of everything we've seen today?
Unbelievable. Just incredible. The amount of cameras, the red carpet. I've never seen a Goodyear blimp covering a press conference.
Wow.
And so I've seen a lot of things, been blessed in my life. Number of Olympics, number of big fights, Super Bowls, World Series, NBA Finals. Really, really lucky, and today was just off the charts, and there was such great harmony. There was no fireworks, you know, seemed to go well, and everybody's looking forward to the fight.
You've seen both guys, you covered both guys. What is your take on this fight? I mean, do we see a big action-packed fight? Does it live up to the hype? What are you expecting on May 2nd?
Well, I think it's going to live up to the fight because they know that these people are paying. They're paying for the pay-per-view, they're paying a lot of money for the tickets. The world is watching. It's a big night for boxing. It's not a night where anybody can afford to be boring. It's not a night where anybody can afford to be off. Everybody's going to have to be sharp. Floyd wants to give the people what they want. That's why he's taking the fight. And Manny Pacquiao has proven himself in a number of divisions. He's a, you know, unbelievable competitor. So no, I think it's going to live up to it. I mean, you know, it's hard to predict what's going to happen, particularly in boxing. But I don't think that any of the circumstances would lead this to be anything other than great.
5 years ago, is this fight any different, Jim? Is it bigger now? Would it be bigger then? What is some of the differences?
Bigger now. Fame is bigger now. Glory is bigger now. Social media is bigger now. The internet is bigger now. Blimps are flying. Networks are coming together. You know, everything. You know, and the country has an attention span for something like this. It's got a huge appetite. And so all of this attention is within the realm, and it's, you know, 5 years ago would have been 5 years ago. Nothing is today like it was back then, and nothing is now like it will be, you know, down the road. Everything grows and gets bigger, so it's at the right time.
You've been part of many events, Super Bowls, NBA Finals, like you said. How big is this ticket demand compared to others? I mean,
well, I'm just sending them all on to my bosses. All the people who usually, you know, want tickets, who you can just say, yeah, come on down, we'll get you in. We'll take care of you. All of them are now going on to people who have to make some really tough decisions, and it's an impossible ticket, and you can see by what's going on. They announced the price is $1,500 to $7,500, so it's going to really. There are going to be a whole lot of people who said they were there, but there's only going to be about 17,000 or 18,000 who will really be there.
Wow. Are you getting the assignment to be at the event? I know there's a lot of, you know, picking and choosing. Will you be at the card?
I only know what I read, so if what I'm reading is right, I hope so. But I think they're waiting to make that announcement, so when they make that announcement, I can talk about that. But I don't know that I have anything to add to that other than what's being reported everywhere else.
Let's say you do get to do the post-fight. I mean, is that nervous for you also knowing it's such a big fight? People are expecting certain questions to be asked. How do you feel? Because you're the guy that kind of gives us the info that we want after the fight.
Well, I just want to be worthy of the assignment, and hopefully I will be if I'm lucky enough to get it. So, don't know what I'm going to ask because I have to react to what's in front of me. So, hopefully my reaction time will be as good as the fighters if I'm picked to do it.
There's two more questions. How big is this fight in comparison to other fights we've had in the past? Because, you know, some people say the classics are still going to be bigger. Where do you figure it out in the realm of all that?
We can't judge the fight until they fought. We can only judge what we think it's going to be. What we think it's going to be, we know it's going to be the biggest pay-per-view. We know it's going to be the biggest grossing. We know it's going to be the biggest gate. We know it's going to be the most hyped. We know it's got a man who's 47-0, right?
Yeah.
We know all that. We know another man has won all these titles in another division. We know that one is the pound-for-pound king and the other one is said to be the second. So we know all that. I can't tell you what history will decide because we have to have the fight. So that's an impossible question to answer.
And last question. Floyd's been undefeated for going on 19 years now. From what you've seen in the ring, what do you think has allowed him to be at that top level for this long and be undefeated?
The man's a magician. The man has fought all this time, he hasn't gotten hit. I mean, yes, he's taken some blows, but he hasn't had that accumulation that you have. He's so magnificent. He's a genius. And he's also been able to do it with some power that has taken care of other opponents and knocking them out along the way. And he's got the strongest mind and the smartest brain. So he's done it. He's done it in all facets.
It was a great interview. I'm glad I finally got to interview Jim. I hope to see you there May 2nd.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.